Hey everyone, Wax Weirdo, and I have candle empties and wax empties for you for the month of June. My scent story was lime, orange, citrus combos, maybe sherbets in there, a little bit of fizzy, anything melon like watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe. So very refreshing, invigorating month. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the candles, and then we'll move into the melts. I burned this Island Coconut Lime from Better Homes and Gardens. It is quite sooty. Some of that is my fault. Some of it is not. I feel like with these candles, you have to let them burn for a while to even get them to pull out. So thankfully, in one of the wax groups on Facebook, I was able to see that there was like a flat Yankee Candle Illuminate, and I found one on eBay that I snatched up, and I did notice that it helped with this towards the end, so that was really great. But again, it was towards the end that I even got it. But yeah, the wicks do get long, like you can see here, and I felt like you have to blow them out and then trim the wick and then light it again. So that's the inside, very sooty. Again, part of it's my fault, but part of it is not. These are just sooty candles. I have noticed that they're maybe a tad bit more sooty in this newer packaging, but that's just me. Anyway, the scent was great. It smelled a lot like Bath and Body's. What was that? Verbena lime coconut? Coconut lime verbena? That's what it is. Exactly. It's an exact dupe. It was okay in strength. I had it in my bedroom and it didn't really fill it up that great. So I moved it to my bathroom because I felt like the lime was enough of a freshness that it did well in there. And so then I could smell it when I moved it towards there. So it's okay. Probably not something that I'd pick up again, but that's okay. Then another from Better Homes and Gardens is Blueberry Lime Mojito, which on cold sniff smells fantastic. This was not strong at all, not for me anyway. I think the beginning of it was a little bit stronger, like the first couple of burns, if I remember correctly, and then it just wasn't that impressive afterwards. So I didn't quite smell it I had it in this main living area. But, I mean, it's a lovely smell. You get the berry from the blueberry, it just kind of makes it a berry. Not much mint like from the mojito, just kind of a nice blueberry lime with maybe a hint of green. Fabulous. I think I do have this in the clams and I'll have to try it out. But again, same type of performance as with Island Coconut. This one's not as sooty. I think I was a little bit better, but you can see the performance where it just like it struggles a little bit to pull out, but eventually it does. You just kind of have to be a little bit of a candle wizard with those. Okay, and then I also melted this root candle in pomegranate and lime. And the smell is nice. You get a little bit of a fruit, a little bit of a lime, kind of a clean lime, and a little bit of green note from this too. But again, you have to leave it for a long time since this is like 100% beeswax, right? Is it beeswax? Yeah. And yeah, it takes a long time to pull out. So they do tend to get a little bit sooty because of that. As far as strength goes, it was okay. I also had this one in the bathroom because it was light enough that it was a great kind of fresh smell, like a clean lime rind smell, I guess you could say. Okay, and then I just finished this watermelon lemonade. This is from, 2016 packaging. But of course, it's a delight. Watermelon ice, sparkling water, and freshly squeezed Meyer lemons. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Look, $22.50 back in the day. But this is a staple for me. I always burn one of these every year. It's so delicious. It's so delightful. I love it in the wallflowers. I love it in soap, the hand soap. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I figured I better burn this one since I have backups. And it comes out every year. And anyway, it burned beautifully. It was strong. I had no burn issues, no puny wicks. It kind of looks a little messy in there, but it didn't burn that way. It was fantastic. Nothing, I didn't trim the wicks at all. It wasn't a super fast burner. It was just a beautiful, perfect little watermelon lemonade heaven. You all know. Okay, then I have this monstrosity from Sensationals. This is, or Sensational. I guess it doesn't say Sensationals. This is in Tangelo Lime, or Tangelo, however you'd like to pronounce it. And I loved this. Again, this is kind of like the one similar from before. That last kind of fifth or quarter burn gets kind of icky like that, but it doesn't smell icky when it's in the air. I didn't have any problems with it being like smoky or sooty or anything like that. It just kind of discolors. And that, again, that's only towards the end, so it doesn't really bother me any. But this was so fragrant. It, oh my gosh, I love the smell. It's just a beautiful citrus. Not overpoweringly citrus. It's just, oh, it's so gorgeous. There's maybe a little bit of green note in it. And it was so delicious. I could smell it in my bedroom, but it wasn't like overbearing, but it was still, the throw was still strong enough that it would go down my hallway and then actually come down the stairs, and I could smell it like wafting into my living room. That's how crazy amazing this one was. I would definitely repurchase this if I see it. I think I've also seen this same exact candle called Blood Orange Lime, and I sniffed it on cold, and I think it's the same exact one. I could be wrong, but that's just what my sniffer said. But I would definitely repurchase this bad boy. Delightful. I have 2 candles left. I have this key lime pie from Yankee Candle, and he was okay. The lime in here is nice. It's like a clean lime, not technically cleanser, just kind of more like that rind sort of cleanser. It's hard to explain. Clean. It's a clean lime. To me, it's not a bakery lime. It's not sweet enough to my nose, and I didn't get any bakery notes at all. I don't get crust. I don't get whipped cream, and that was fine. So it was still just a nice scent. This just was not strong enough. It was not strong enough for my bedroom. So again, it sounds weird. I moved it to my bathroom, but it was just kind of like a clean lime. So it smelled really fresh and nice in there. It worked out. It burned fine. It was okay. It did struggle a couple times, but with an aluminum and being in a hurricane, it was fine when I moved it in there, and it worked out better. You can see it was way better the second half, or second sort of half. But yeah, I have a backup, so I don't necessarily need to purchase anymore. After that one's gone, I'm probably good. Oh, and I did put it on because I felt like there was a lot of love left in it. I put it on my warmer for my candle warmer, and then it was so strong and so beautiful. And it was just tightened. It's almost like maybe I should chunk up all of my Yankee candles and and, melt them that way. Lastly, sorry, this one's kind of not as good to see. This is a returning classic in Honeydew Melon, and it was beautiful. I felt like the first half was stronger than the second half, but I still loved it. Eventually, yeah, it just was kind of too light to be in my main room, but it was a lovely smell. Just that typical honeydew smell, just what you would expect. Beautiful. I love this packaging. I think it's so pretty. The wick did wander, and so I did blow it out, and then I put it on my candle warmer to kind of finish it up. And it was it was a better throw then, but it still wasn't as strong as the key lime pie was, but it was good. It wasn't anything to write home about unless you love honeydew, like obsessed with it. I think you'd really like this, but it's not something that I would need all the time. Then I melted, okay, we're going to get into wax melt, sorry. I did melt this from Rainbow Melts. It says rainbow sherbet and sugar cookies. This was not rainbow sherbet. To me, this was melon. This is honeydew. It smells like honeydew. So I don't know. It was a beautiful big cookie. So cute with like lime green frosting. So again, I think it just was misrepresented. I believe it was a honeydew and sugar cookie blend. And it was lovely. It would smell similar to this Yankee Candle, just your typical honeydew. I didn't get a whole lot of bakery from it. It had a nice medium throw. It was perfect for me. I had it down in this main room. I could smell it, and it lasted it probably could have lasted a little bit longer. I usually change my wax out every 5 to 6 hours, and it was perfect. So I would repurchase the honeydew, which I actually have more of, but in this in my empties here. Then I had I don't know what you call this, is it her brittle? I'm not sure. It's that little square thin piece from Abbey Lane, and it was Hawaiian Punch, orange sherbet, and vanilla ice cream, and it was so lovely. Yeah. It was bright. It was refreshing. The Hawaiian Punch and the orange sherbet together just mixed beautifully. I definitely would repurchase that. I've got a Clam and Priscilla by Gypsy Monroe. This is Satsuma cotton candy and fizzy soda. Yeah. It was bright. Satsuma is very overwhelming usually, so it was strong, but it wasn't horribly strong. I would say this was into the medium to high as far as throw goes, which was totally fine. I had this in my main area, and it did beautifully. I really like it. It smells good. Satsuma, I have a love-hate relationship with it, because if it's too strong, I get a headache. But I did not get a headache from this. And I love the way it smells. I wish I didn't get a headache because I like it. But I don't typically purchase Satsuma. But if I get it in a D-stash or it's blended with something else, then I'm pleasantly happy. And then this was when Sassy Girl was doing blend your own loaves. And I did a key lime pie crust 7-Up pound cake lime. And I think I'm the one that mucked this up by putting the 7-Up in there. I just wanted it to be a little bit more limey and bright. And I don't know, there was something, maybe it was, I don't know. It's only like a year old, and I must have, I don't know, messed up somehow, but there's kind of a Play-Doh undertone to this. And it actually happened with another blend that I have from Zape that we'll talk about, but so I didn't really enjoy this. I kind of just wanted to get rid of it. I didn't necessarily want to de-stash it, but I was like, if I knew, if I wasn't going to be in a room for a little while, I just kind of put it in there and to use it all up. So That was my bad. I guess I'm not a blender. I'm not a custom loaf maker. Okay, and this bad boy is old. This is an affair to remember from Vintage Chic. And I know that there is watermelon in this. What? Watermelon cotton candy frosting. And it is amazing. I remember melting it last year. And I was obsessed. It was probably in my top 5 for scents for me, 2018. And this year, sadly, I mean, now it's 2 years old. It just wasn't as strong. So I was kind of sad. So now I know I've got to get through my Vintage Chic. Like a year is pretty much it. Obviously, the sooner is always better for me. But now I know. Do you stash it or melt it? Okay, and then probably actually my favorite melts of the month was this fresh strawberry cut grass, which doesn't technically go with my scent story. But I got this in a D-stash and I didn't know how old it was, and it was just begging my name because the cut grass was kind of going with when my husband would be outside and mow the lawn, and I'm like, I'm going to try it out. And oh my gosh, it was so amazing and it was so strong, but I loved it. Like, loved it. This is not only like my favorite scent of the month. This might be, for so far, this is like my favorite scent of the year. I was obsessed. Carol strawberries are already amazing, but this cut grass with it, I don't know. Like, I am shook. It took me to a different planet of beautifulness. I just can't even, if you can get some of this action, get it, because whoa. Then I have, not necessarily wax, but I just want to talk about it. This is Avobath laundry detergent and laundry crystals from Silkies. And I have a bunch of these. I really like them. They're just kind of fun to spruce up your laundry for that load or whatever. These don't do well with my husband's skin because his skin's very sensitive. So I only make sure I do it on my clothes. And it's not like super changing or super dramatic, but there's a little hint that you get that, you know, just to change it up a little bit, and I love it. So I will continue to purchase these from her, and I do have some in different scents. Okay, then I had some Super Tarts Tart Wars in Wise Counselor, which is honeydew, cantaloupe, sugar dusted funnel cake, and sweet whipped cream. Let me smell this one again. Yeah, it just was melony, really sweet. It was good. I didn't really get the bakery as much in here, just more melons, and it was enjoyable, but it's not something I would repurchase. So, yeah, meh. Okay, then I know bento is donezo, but this was Satoshi's Treats, which is our secret Satoshi sake blend mixed with Rice Krispie treats for a perfect summertime treat. And it smelled good, but to me, I get grape. And I probably should have saved this for August because that's when I do grape. But I was so excited I wanted to try it. I got it from a D-stash. And it was lovely and it was strong and it's a year old, but it still performed wonderfully for me. So too bad that things happened with, you know, this vendor. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I mostly got grape from this. So, and it wasn't like a piercing candy grape. It was just, I don't know, there was something very light and refreshing about this grape smell. And there might not be grape in it at all, but that's what I got. That's what my nose told me. Okay, and I finished a Clam and Sassy Girl Aroma and watermelon cake, strawberry shortcake, buttercream frosting, cream soda. Long one. And this one was okay. I think maybe it was a little too old. It just was fruity. There was a little bit of vanilla in there. I just don't remember it being very strong. And it didn't really last that long either. Usually with Sassy Girl, you get a full blast for like 4 to 5 hours of whatever you're melting. You know, and that's good enough for me because, again, I switch out my wax a lot. But I remember just this not being totally in love with this as I guess I thought I'd be. And maybe it was just because it was too old, because I do remember purchasing it last year. I just don't recall when. I didn't put the date on it. Okay, and then I got this bad boy in a D-stash, was the Summertime Sippin' with fresh watermelon and sugared lemonade. It did have the watermelon lemonade-esque Bath and Body Works type to me, but not completely. I mean, it is old. It's almost a year old. It wasn't that strong for me. It was just it was more on the lighter side, which was fine. It was okay because it was a pleasant scent, but maybe this is something that you need to melt in its earlier phase. Okay, and then I got through this cute little, like a wheel, like a breakaway wheel. And this is in Watermelon Reef by Strange Charm, which is salty sea air and watermelon. And oh my, another one of my favorites of the month. This was so amazing, so strong. But not like cloying or annoying. It was delicious, I tell you what. I think I have more of this actually, so I'm ecstatic about it. It was so good. Definitely a repurchase for me. I'd love to have this all the time. Just a beautiful watermelon, like you would expect, that candy, and then a beautiful salty sea air, and they're blended so well. You smell them both. They don't fight each other. They just collide with love. Yes. Okay, I'm still going. Oh, look, more laundry crystals. Sorry about that. Okay, then I have from the Bathing Garden some pomegranate lime sweet tart. A little bit of softness. Just wanted to show you. And this was all right. I don't know. I don't know if it was the lime. I don't know if it was the pomegranate, but it was kind of... It brought in a green note, which is fine. I don't mind a green note with a fruit note. I just didn't love it. It was kind of... It was tangy and tart, but it wasn't... I don't know. It's more bitter. A bitter, tangy tart, if that makes sense. Yeah. Meh. Didn't like it. Wasn't into it. Okay, and this was from last year. This was Rose Girls Florida Key Lime Cupcakes with cream cheese frosting Peeps cake. I just had a little bit left. And it was all right. And you know what? I remember it being all right last year too. So, I don't know. I'm just so picky with lime. I just really like a lime sherbet. It's not that I didn't get like a bitter lime out of this. It just wasn't what I thought it would be. It was okay. Okay, here's the other rainbow melts. This is the honeydew I was talking about. This is Honey I Do Love You and Honeydew Melon and Cotton Candy Frosting. And it was sensational. It was just like the other one. I would definitely repurchase this. It just smells like a delicious honeydew, and it was medium to a strong throw. I enjoyed it very much. Okay, I only have a little bit left. This was Pink Flamingo from Silky's, which is vodka, orange, liqueur, gin, OJ, and cherry. And I was in love with this. This was a newer scent for me. And from Silky. I saw it and I grabbed it. I would definitely repurchase some of this. It was strong. I would say it was strong. It didn't like kill me strong. I like strong. But yes, you just got this beautiful citrus, a little bit of cherry. I didn't really get notes of the alcohol. I mean, I don't know, but it did smell like some delicious drink or some fruity, just some fruity deliciousness, like punch. So good. I would definitely repurchase this. In fact, I should probably tell her I want some. Okay, and then I had this from Wax Workshop, which is poolside drinks and whipped cream with red Starburst chunks, tropical blend of sweet pineapples, blood oranges, mandarin, and vanilla with a little coconut, topped off with whipped cream and red Starburst. Whoa. Now, sadly, I don't know. I got my Wax Workshop in a D-stash last year, and everything that I've melted has just been wah-ah. Not really anything to write home about. I kind of get a waxy undertone. I don't know if the formulas have changed and they're better now. I would definitely be willing to give it a shot again. It's just not a vendor that I see a lot about or that I think about. So I probably need to make a more conscious effort to maybe order a little bit just to try them out again. But meh on that one. Okay, then I had some blender sticks in key lime from Sassy Girl Aroma. These are amazing. I blended, no, I didn't blend them at all. What am I saying? I left these alone and melted them on their own, and they were just beautiful. It's like a lime sherbet that I like in a lime. I want it to be sweet. I don't want it to be astringent. I don't want it to be vinegary. I don't want it to be bitter, and I don't want it to be like a cleanser lime. I like the sweet sherbet lime, and this was that, and I loved it. Okay, and I just had a little roll thingy from Bento. I'm not going to say much about this. And watermelon lemonade bubblegum. It was fine. It was fruity. It was fine, but yeah, they're gone. So, okay, then I tried this beautiful little sample in Sweet Child O' Mine, which is sugared mandarin vanilla frosting sugar cookie dough. It was really good. I'd love to have more of this. The citrus, the mandarin citrus part was just, it was nice. It wasn't like an orange sherbet. To me, it was a little bit more citrus towards the rindish, but I liked it. It was nice. And kind of the same with this one from Southbound, the orange marshmallow waffle cone. Same kind of type of orange. These were actually very similar to one another. So I liked it. Not much else to say. Okay, and then another from Strange Charm is Tropic Like It's Hot. I love the little name. This was cucumber melon, mac apple, and mango papaya, and it is delicious. To me, it smells like when you walk into the grocery store and you go to the produce section, and it's like bright, beautiful fruits, not gross, dreary fruits, just so you know. It just all smells like that. Let me smell it again. I loved it. I have more of this. I did buy some more of this because I liked it so much. And something different, something I've not smelled from any other vendor. It's not saying that it's not out there, but really good. I liked it. I'd pick up more even when I run out. Okay, here's that other one that I was talking about. This is from Zape. This is in Melodrama, which is marshmallow, orange cream, and cotton candy. And sadly, I had to take this out. And I don't know why, I just got a Play-Doh undertone from it. I'm like, is my nose playing tricks on me? What's going on? So I can't recommend this one at all. Okay, then I have an old Sassy Girl Aroma orange sherbet. I think these are like Grandma's Garden. And the orange sherbet was delightful. Exactly like I like from an orange. It's kind of like with limes in a way. The orange isn't too zesty. It isn't too like the rind or cleanser. It was just perfect, sweet, orange deliciousness. Okay, and then I did El Nino from Salt Mountain Melts. And this is lime juice, cucumber, blood orange, agave syrup, cilantro, jalapeno, pepper. Now, all these blended nicely to something so different and so unique. It's kind of like a green but fruity tropical drink, but refreshing. Oh, it is just, I really liked it. I liked this more than I thought I would. It was such a different scent. yeah, there's something like, to me anyway. And I've only been to Texas once and New Mexico once, but that's what I think of. Like, I think of cactus and being outside and having, beautiful Spanish tile on these Spanish style homes out there, sipping a drink. That's just kind of the smell I got. Oh my gosh, it was really good. Okay, last thing is this refreshment stand from Sassy Girl, and it's key lime, raspberry, zinger, cream soda, blackberry margarita, limoncello. Let me smell this one again. Yeah. So good. So citrusy, zingy, tangy, delicious. Just tart, but a little bit of sweetness. Just beautiful, fruity little combo. I would definitely repurchase this. In fact, I might have some more. I hope I do. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Loved it. Definitely a repurchase for me if she has it again. So delightful. And this is from last year, and it still was perfect as far as Stro. I don't know what Stro is. Do you guys? No. I guess that's strength and throw together. But yeah, it was fantastic. Let me know what you melted. Let me know what you were burning, because I want to know what you loved so I can grab it myself and enjoy it. So yeah, thanks for watching.